2022, a 1998 Porsche 911 with 80,000 miles sold for $82,000. It was the height of the frenzy. That same car today is listed at $51,000. It has been sitting for months. The air-cooled bubble didn't just deflate, it popped, with mid-condition cars softening 10 to 30% from their speculative peaks. Now, the water-cooled market is following that same downward trajectory. This is the largest used 911 inventory glut since 2009. Yet most people are still looking at last year's prices. To understand why this crash is inevitable, we have to look at the 5 dominoes that are currently falling in slow motion. If you want to see the future, you have to look at the receipts. The Hagerty Price Guide 911 Index is the only valuation tool the collector community actually trusts, and it shows a curve that has stopped climbing. After a massive post-pandemic surge, the 911 Index has flattened and begun a visible dip. This isn't just a seasonal cooling. While Bring a Trailer maintains an 81% overall sell-through, the demand for pre-981 Porsches on rival auction sites has plummeted to as low as 47%. In the last 90 days, a 38,000-mile 991.1 Carrera S sold $14,000 under reserve. A 22,000-mile 991 Turbo failed to meet reserve entirely. These weren't project cars. This is visual proof that demand has softened while seller expectations remain stuck in the past. The Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index provides the macro context here. It shows that the 911 story is now part of a broader used car correction that began in late 2024. We also have to acknowledge the YouTuber effect. Content-driven hype cycles, led by creators like Doug DeMuro, always overshoot the actual value of the asset. We saw it with the air-cooled 993 and 964 from 2016 to 2019. Those cars hit a ceiling, the hype moved on, and prices corrected. The indices show what's happening. The dominoes show why. Here are the 5 forces converting 2 years of speculation into the steepest used 911 correction since 2009. The market isn't just cooling off, it is being dismantled by 5 specific structural shifts. Domino 1 is the inventory surge. In the car business, days on market is the only metric that truly measures desperation. When a car sits for 60 days, the dealer starts paying significant floor plan interest. When it hits 90 days, they start cutting the price just to stop the bleeding. We are seeing 991.1 and 997.1 Carreras sitting for over 4 months in some regions. This isn't just a lack of interest, it is a surplus of choice. Buyers have realized they don't have to settle for a bad color or a questionable history anymore because there are 5 other options just down the road. Domino 2 is the interest rate reality. The Federal Reserve's FRED database shows a brutal reality for anyone not paying cash. Average used car APRs are north of 14%, per the February 2026 Cox Automotive Report. In 2021, you could finance a $70,000 997.2 for a few $100s a month. Today, that same loan costs significantly more in interest alone. This has priced out the enthusiast who was stretching to reach the brand. The pool of buyers has shrunk to those with cash, and cash buyers are notoriously the most disciplined and ruthless negotiators in the market. Before we get to the 718 vacuum, remember that $82,000 air-cooled car now listed at $51,000? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which water-cooled 911s are sitting in that same trapdoor, and which ones are about to become the next 964. For years, Porsche protected the 911's value by limiting the production of the Cayman and Boxster. They created an artificial price floor. If you couldn't get a new 718, you bought a used 911. But with the gasoline 718 being discontinued, that entry point has vanished. While this initially sent used 911 prices higher, that momentum is losing steam. The buyers who were forced into the 911 market are now looking at the upcoming electric replacements or jumping to other brands entirely. Porsche effectively killed their own feeder system, and the used market is feeling the secondary shockwaves. Domino 4 is the tariff distortion. The March 26, 2025 presidential proclamation imposed an effective 27.5% duty on passenger cars that is pushing new prices toward the stratosphere. A 2026 Carrera T that would have stickered at $126,000 now effectively costs $157,000 before dealer markups. Usually, when new cars get expensive, used cars follow. But this time, the price gap is so massive that it's actually masking a fundamental softness in used values. The used market is decoupling from the new market because the average buyer simply cannot bridge that financial chasm. Finally, Domino 5 is the speculator exit. The flippers have left the building. During the boom, people bought 911s because they thought they were better than a high-yield savings account. Now that values are dipping, those same people are moving their capital into other assets. They aren't Porsche people. They are money people. A speculator who paid $230,000 for a 991.2 Touring in 2023 is sitting on a $40,000 to $50,000 paper loss today, and the IRS doesn't let you write that off. When the money people leave, they take the liquidity with them. This leaves the market to the actual drivers, who are much more concerned with bore scoring and service history than they are with quarterly appreciation charts. The result is a market that is finally returning to reality, but it's a reality that is going to be very painful for anyone who bought at the top. The danger of a falling market is that it makes high-risk cars look like bargains, but a cheap Porsche is the most expensive thing you will ever own. As prices for water-cooled 911s slide, you'll see 997.1s and early 991s listed at figures that seem like steals. They aren't. They are financial trapdoors. The number one threat here is bore scoring. This isn't a minor leak. It is a $25,000 engine reconstruction. If you buy a car because the price dropped $10,000, but it needs a block-out rebuild, you just financed a disaster. Then there is the IMS bearing. A preventative fix costs between $4,000 and $12,000. If it fails, you're looking at a $30,000 reactive cost for a replacement engine. A $45,000 997.1 without a documented PPI is actually a $70,000 car in disguise. Hagerty data shows that while pristine cars are holding, driver-grade cars in condition 3 or 4 have dropped to 65 to 80% of their speculative highs. These are the cars owners stopped servicing the moment they realized the equity was gone. If you're looking at a PDK car, that service is a $4,000 to $6,000 requirement, not a suggestion. And if the car has Porsche ceramic composite brakes, check the rotors. Replacing PCCB rotors costs $20,000 per axle. In a booming market, speculators ignore these numbers. In a crashing market, these costs define the floor. The 991.1 is the ultimate speculative trap. It isn't old enough to be a classic, and it isn't new enough to be the performance leader. When the market corrects, the cars without a clear why fall the furthest. Buying the dip only works if you're buying a car that someone else will actually want 10 years from now. Otherwise, you're just catching a falling knife. If you take one thing from this video, take this. The bubble isn't bursting on every 911. It's bursting on the speculative ones. Here are the 5 resilient cars holding their floor, and the 5 traps speculators are about to unload. The resilient 5. The 997.2 Carrera S manual. Sub 60K miles, target band $55,000 to $75,000. This is the last analog 911 with the bulletproof 9A1 engine. Finite supply, clear enthusiast why, and the comp data backs it up. Sub 60K manual 997.2 sales on Bring a Trailer have held within 8% over the last 12 months. The 991.1 GT3. PDK only because that's all Porsche built. Low mileage, target band 145 to 175,000. GT cars don't follow normal depreciation curves. They follow production number curves, and 991.1 GT3 production is finite. The 991.2 GT3 Touring, manual, original owner cars, target band 185,000 to 220,000. The speculation already shook out on these between 2023 and 2025. What's left is the floor, buyers who actually drive them. The 992 GT3 manual, Touring or Wing, target band 200 to 235,000. Still in production, still attainable for genuine enthusiasts, and the manual take rate keeps the floor stable. And any 996 or 997 GT3 with documented service history. These are the foundation of the GT car market. They are what every other GT car is priced against. The Speculative 5, the 996 Carrera base with high mileage, the cheapest 911 you can buy trap. A $30,000 car with a $25,000 engine risk is not a $30,000 car. It's a financial trapdoor wearing a price tag. The 991.1 Carrera in non-S trim with PDK, squeezed between 997.2 nostalgia below and 992 modernity above, with no identity of its own. No identity means no floor. The comp data shows it. 991.1 PDK base cars are down 18% over the last 12 months. Peak by 718 Spider and GT4 RS positions, the last naturally aspirated flat 6-story drove these to 180K plus in 2023. They're trading at $140,000 to $150,000 today, and they're still falling. The 992 platform replacement announcement will accelerate that. The 991.1 Turbo S with high mileage, marketed as a cheap supercar. Flat to down for 18 months, with an $80,000 servicing risk lurking on every example. The math doesn't work. And the early Cayenne Turbo GT and Macan GTS Halo trims, these were never collectibles. They were daily luxury SUVs wearing Halo badges. They depreciate like daily luxury SUVs, because that's what they are. The pattern? Cars with a clear enthusiast why, manual transmissions, GT car DNA, finite production, hold their floor. Cars that were bought because a video told someone they were investments don't. The market is being squeezed from both sides, and only one side comes out intact. So where does that leave you? If you're hunting for a 996 GT3, your time is now. Those cars have essentially found their floor near 6 figures, because they are the entry to the GT world. They won't drop much further. But for almost everything else, patience is your biggest asset. Over the next 6 months, you should be selling any 991.1 Carreras or early SUVs like the Macan GTS. Those values are still bleeding out. Don't wait for a spring bounce that isn't coming. Just get out while there is still liquidity. By mid-2027, we will reach the sweet spot for the 997.2 manual. We're talking about a 5-year low in pricing. That is when you move. If you can hold your fire for 18 months, you'll likely see the 991.2 GT3 Touring finally shake off the last of the speculators. These people are currently upside down on high-interest loans, and they are getting tired of seeing their equity vanish. They will capitulate. That is your entry signal. Waiting will save you 15 to 25% on the exact same car you're looking at today. The 991 is still the best sports car on earth. It is also the most expensive lesson in patience you can buy in 2026. The people who get rich in cycles like this aren't the ones with the loudest opinions. They're the ones with the longest timelines. Wait 18 months. Save 25%. Let the speculators teach the next generation what investment grade actually costs.